All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who are well, and salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. For us from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another lesson. Lord's will is going to be edifying to the hopeful elect out there. And, we're just going to go through the spirit. We got a couple articles here. And, first, I want to show this. Well, actually, get that Isaiah first. Read that. Start off with that.
Okay. You could talk.
Yep, this is Isaiah chapter 19, and just start at the top. Is the burden of Egypt? Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Yeah, and that's what's currently growing up in America. You're getting the sides set up, and I know brothers have sent this image out, and I found the movie where it's from. Let me just go ahead and play it real quick because the sides are coming. I gotta put it on the screen. The sides are already being. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. Why is it not?
And Yahweh Shai said he's bringing division. Yahweh Shai his spirit's been out here on the earth, and then that division's being making clear that the Lord is in the midst thereof. The scriptures talk about in 2nd Ezra chapter 9 that then shall thou well understand that the Lord shall begin to visit the world which he made. That he declared, that he said these things from the beginning. And a part of those things that he said from the beginning was that there would be this division, that divide. Okay, and this is what we see happening. And the very same thing that they said about Yahweh Shai, saying that he was casting out devils, himself being in the name of Beelzebub, and Yahweh Shai told him plainly, how can a house stand it being divided, man? If Satan cast out Satan, how is he going to stand, man? And that's what these devils, you see happening here on this earth. This is what they have, happening on the earth. This is what they think they're going to bring about their order is through this chaos that they're causing, this division. I'm sure the brothers are going to go into it, with the whole thing in Denver or in Colorado, with Trump being cut off from the election. But you brothers got it. Go ahead.
Let me read the verse 2 in the GNT, Isaiah 19:2. It says, the Lord says, I will stir up civil war in Egypt and turn brother against brother and neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will fight each other and rival kings will struggle for power. So let me go ahead and play this clip real quick. I mean, this is an article, but they show in the movie in here. It says, all empires fall. Chilling civil war trailer shows dystopian divided America. So it's, I guess, the studio's A24. The movie's called Civil War. And then it says, well, let me just play the trailer first. And let me know if it's too loud.
19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The future president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
I guess aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America.
We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrikes against American citizens? We're moving to D.C. today.
You need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says,
hey, real quick,
flooded.
Real quick, Doc.
Yep.
Yeah, real quick, because in this verse 3, because the spirit of America, they say it in the Pledge of Allegiance, united. How does it go? I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. You know, Isaiah 19:3 says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. The spirit of America has been this united front. Okay, all these states coming together to be one great nation. That's been the spirit of this place for the longest time. Well, now it's starting to fail. Now people are fighting one against another. Now people have beef. Now people have there's controversies amongst the different factions here in America.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the very essence of America itself is not the same in the eyes of these Americans. Like, you know, the whole holiday season, which we're currently in right now, it isn't the same as it was in the 90s and the 80s and things like that. The political divide, you name it, man. The people are upset with their government. People don't trust the government. This is the time, again, like the brother said, the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. So that's the spirit of America. It's not the same. People have now gotten the idea that coming to America, it isn't all blonde hair, blue eyes, fun in the sun. America, no, this is hell. It's oppression over here, and that's why you see a lot of people moving out of the country as well. But you got it.
Let me finish off this verse real quick. It said, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And that's the thing, man. They're you know, it's going to get to the point to where all these different councils that they're trying to have to keep things together, you know, raising the raising of this debt ceiling. You see how every time now they meet up, they just come, they're these shutdowns continue longer and longer, you know, and what's happening is that we see the conversations, you know, failing. There is no more conversation to be had, you know, and that's the point that it's going to get to. You know, it says, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards, you know. But that was pretty much the point on that verse.
Okay.
He says this is death.
Bloody.
Sight in the cap.
Today.
We need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says.
See that, like what you've seen going on in the Middle East right now, that's coming to America very soon. They're gonna be shooting on sight, dropping bombs on people, shooting journalists. No one's gonna be safe out here, man. There's gonna be every man for himself. There's gonna be sides chosen, but even they're gonna be at each other's throat. The people that choose whatever sides.
You see the Humvee there. Well, you know, since I came into the truth back in 2015, there have been numerous videos on the internet showing convoys on you know, trains, cargo trains with nothing but military equipment. As far as the eye can see, just pulling Humvees and MRAPs on the track. You see people videotaping it and putting it on the internet. Like, yo, what is all this shit for? All these military equipment. So all this equipment you see right there on the screen, these things are here. Police agencies have them. They have them locked away in certain, you know, areas until when they're ready to use them, they're gonna bring them out. So that same thing we're seeing in the Middle East, that same scene is gonna take place right here in your homeland. You got it.
Yep. And it's gonna be civil unrest. You know, so people are gonna be fighting each other. You're gonna have to worry about more than some soldiers. You're gonna have to worry about Pookie up the block. You know, fighting for his next meal. Shit.
Well, that's the reason why they're bringing these things out, because they're anticipating a civil war. That's why they militarize the police, even though the police is going to be basically obsolete. But
they're going to be through. Them is going to take up their arms for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we already know. We already seen it in their you know, their movies. They put it out there. So, but yeah, everything's militarized. That's basically just turning into a military state. Their new world order basically isn't going to. The whole, what you see, the sheriffs and the police, all that's going to be done away with, and everything's going to be pure military. All right, that's basically what they're trying to turn the United States into, a pure military state. But it's a gradual effect. So right now we're in the process of them dismantling the government that we see right now and bringing up a whole new world. We're in the process of them tearing everything down so they can build it up, and they're, you know, under the new digital system. But it has to be in a violent manner like this.
And that's why they got thousands of police officers quitting, you know, defunding the police. It's because the militarization is going to be these savages, militias, the actual military, and then foreign invaders that or all these thousands of people. I think they said it's up to 100,000 people coming through the border a week. So there's plenty of soldiers in there, able-bodied men, you know, from all over the world coming through Mexico. But let me finish this last clip.
This is death.
Bloody.
Every time I survived a war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. Look, we're American, okay? Okay. What kind of American are you?
And there you go. There's the division that we just read about.
There it is.
You know, and so there's going to be people, you know, which obviously this is a movie, so it ain't going to happen exactly as the movie shows it. But we know, like we just read, there's biblical prophecy for this place to be divided.
You don't know?
I got a quick word real quick. You got more on that video?
Yeah, I got more. Go ahead and get that, though.
This is dystopia. It says an imagined state or society in which there is great suffering or injustice, typically one that is totalitarian or post-apocalyptic. You know, and this is what they show you in these movies, man. You know, a dystopian society here in America, man, where it's it says an imagined state, which this imagination that these nations are, you know, that the leaders of this country are imagining, the leaders of this world, you know, is going to come to fruition, you know, while like the scriptures talk about, damn, how does it go? They think about evil while they're in their beds, roughly paraphrasing, and they practice it while they practice it while it is day, you know, because it is in their hand to do so. You got it
right here. This is Michael 2:1, as Spirit had it up. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hands." You got it.
There you go. So that imagined state that they think about at night, that they meditate, that they plot behind, you know, closed doors while it's dark. Well, in the daytime, when it's that day, to do these things, it's no longer going to be an imagined state, man. It's going to be a complete chaos out here, man. As I said, a society in which there is great suffering. And this is the evil and only evil that is going to be coming here to the shores of America, man. That said, that the place that sitteth the queen and saith, "I am no widow and shall see no loss of children," that's going to be here in America, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got another one. Proverbs 4:16, "For they do not sleep unless they have done evil, and their sleep is taken away unless they make someone fall." So these devils are thinking of all kind of evil to bring upon you Babylonians, you Egyptians that are clueless as hell. And then guess what? You're still going to have to go to World War III.
I got one too. I got a quick one. Psalm 94:20. It says, "Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?" All right. And that's what this man does. All right. Then basically, you know, again, through all his lies and deceit, he's basically bringing in his new world order system right under our noses. And you regular everyday Babylonians, you don't even see what's happening. All right. It's just happening right before your eyes and you're accepting it. Okay. You got it.
Finish this.
Western forces will reach the White House on July 4th.
Oh my God.
Get in the car! Get in the car!
You're gonna hang back.
I'm not hanging back.
One nation under God, indivisible, with
There you
liberty
go.
and justice for all.
Go, 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 go!
God bless
That's
America.
big.
You know, so predictive programming, they'll pretty much tell you what's going to happen. And this is the map, real quick, that our brother had sent earlier a couple days ago. This is
Right,
from the movie.
Mhm.
Where's it at? Somewhere in here. Fuck all these. Oh, it wasn't here. Because it's pretty much, which, you know, again, this is a movie, so, you know, Esau just showing the predictive programming and whatnot, but yeah, it's just a division. Maybe this wasn't that article. Hold on, let me try to find it. Go ahead, though. Let me try to find the article.
God, I got something real quick. This Isaiah chapter 31. It says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because there are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. And see, this is what's going to come of believing in this country and believing in the old ways of America. This place is no longer kept together. This place is that they said in that end of that trailer, said indivisible. Well, now this place is divided, man. There was a once upon a time where Americans came together to fight, one common enemy, but now even your military is at its lowest enlisted rate, man. Percentage, man. Nobody wants to fight for this place. Nobody is okay with what is happening around the world, what America's doing, and even amongst the everyday life, man. People are hate each other, man. You don't know who your neighbor is. Your neighbor knock on your door, you got an attitude already, like who the hell is knocking on my door? This place is just completely divided, man.
Hey, that's
the
real.
love of many white cold. You got it out.
Yeah, that's real. That's a real statement, man. Like, I mean, back in the days when we was growing up, we could, you get a visitor knocking your door. It's like, oh wow, who's here? Oh wow, your phone rings. Oh, someone's calling me. But nowadays, your phone rings. You're like, who the fuck is this? Or someone knocking on your door, and you act like you ain't home. Hey, nobody wants anything to do with each other. The brother just quoted it: "The love of many shall wax cold." We're in the latter days, all right, and everybody's really at ends with each other, and they're just looking for a reason. All right, people are just looking for a reason to take someone else's life. All right, if it was free reign, if there was a purge out here, a lot of these people would participate in it because these people are crazy like that, and that's the vibration that's being spread throughout the four corners of Babylon, man. All right, it's hate, violence, and look at the video games, look at the culture. Okay, look at the movies they're putting out. Okay, why would you put movies like Saw 9? Look at the fuck, you gonna keep making movies about this shit? Well, this is the vibration that they want the people in.
Pens, brother, they're not pens.
Oh, excuse me. See? Perfection. Well, good. But that's the vibration that's put out instead of because children watch these things. You're supposed to raise up children to hey, look, everything is completely Babylonianized out here. So why do you think people out here killing each other? This murder. The murder rate is just out the roof, and that's Jake and Esau. Everybody's killing each other, man. Okay. That's the spirit we're in. So when the lights go out and all this civil war stuff really does come nigh, then you're gonna see people pick up arms real quick and just take people's lives willy-nilly because it's in the power of their hands now. That's
Yeah, this is that picture real quick. It says the loyalist states, the Western forces, the Florida Alliance, and then in the movie they mentioned the Republic of California, Second Republic of Texas, which we know Texas and Florida, they definitely will be coming up against the really what they're painting the picture of is looking like it's going to be Biden versus Trump again. Let me pull up this article real quick. Make sure you can see it. Yeah, this is on Politico. What the
hell is that?
Big ass ad. It says Colorado ruling, which now there's two more states trying to do the same, but it says Colorado ruling fuels efforts in other blue states to bar Trump from the ballot. So they're just setting up again, causing more strife and division amongst America, so that ultimately they can bring in the chaos, so they can bring in ultimately the order. But let me read this in 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. I'm reading the GNT because this is a civil war. That's about in the 6th. Well, let me get there. But it's verse 14. I'll start 14. It says the world and the people in it are doomed. Again, this is the GNT. It says the war that will bring their destruction is very near. Yeah, World War III, ultimately. All right, but 15, yeah. Okay, and ultimately, there's going to be division here in America, but they don't what's it called? That don't exclude them from going to World War III. They still going to have to figure it out. It says the war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves, and that's what you currently see, people arming themselves with missile defense systems, testing out nuclear destruction, ICBMs, testing out all these different things, forming different allies.
North Korea,
buying weapons from Russia, or whether it's from America or Russia. Ultimately, it's all coming from Edom. Where was I? It says nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. Here's the point that I wanted to hit on for this turmoil, the division that's coming to America. It says there will be great political turmoil, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control, while ignoring the legitimate government. Just like, that's why they had this whole what was it, January 6th, all that the insurrection and all that shit that they're been blasting all over the news. Well, now you're really gonna see them go all out with it. All right, so as you see here, and they pretty much they banned, which he's saying he's gonna fight back against the Supreme Court. Well, come on, man, this dude's all over the news being indicted and brought up on all these charges. Pookie up the block get picked up with a dime bag, and he gets but he don't get to run around and none of that. So this is clearly an agenda that Esau got coming. Look, here go the insurrection clause. That's what they pretty much kicking him with. Let's try anyway. It says while the case appears destined for the U.S. Supreme Court, in the meantime, it is being cited by voters and politicians in a variety of states who are seeking to use the 14th Amendment insurrection clause to kick Trump off the ballot. Hey, Esau ain't just gonna take that and lay down. The Proud Boys, the gun-toting Edomites.
Yeah, they're gonna stand up. Now it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna stand up and like, all right, that's enough. They're sick of this left shit, this Biden weak shit. That's in their eyes. That's what they're saying. All right, they're gonna be like, all right, boys, we gotta stand up and do something. We gotta take our nation back. So that's gonna start happening when 2024 comes around. You're gonna see a lot of gun-toting Edomites. Sick. They're gonna be sick of it. All right, and they're gonna take America back. Their Second Amendment. They're gonna use the Second Amendment for what it was truly wrote down for. Okay, in case of a tyrannical government or whatever, and they're gonna lose miserably. All right, because that's the point. The government need. That's why you see the militarization happening here on the shores of the United States for when this does happen, for when they do rise up against the government. That the military it's really not going to be a fight, all right? Because
they'll be the police.
Guns, we have tanks,
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be the new police. Police in the streets with tanks.
Yep, and get used to it. When 9/11 came around, when 9/11 happened back in 2001, I was working in the airport when that happened. I told you about this. I was working in the airport. So after kind of everything, the few weeks came by and they reopened the airports, basically it was just a normal sight to see people in fatigues walking around with M16s in the air terminals, and it was like that all for the rest of 2002. It was just people walking around with M16s, and it just became normal. And they eventually did away with it, but this is what's happening here in the United States. Get used to seeing military presence, all right, to a point where they're going to start asking you questions and interacting with the people. The military never interacts with the civilians, but they're going to start. Okay.
Well, according to the Constitution, they're not supposed to use them against the civilians. The military is not supposed to deal with, like you said, they're not supposed to deal with civilian things. That's what the police is for.
Exactly. Yeah, but remember the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act. Yep. They can utilize that now because we're at war.
Through FEMA.
Exactly. It's a different world now. So we do away with the Constitution, and now this is the new. We're on the war room now. You got it.
You got the Patriot Act too, which deems citizens terrorists.
Well, yeah, the NDAA was basically a renewance of the Patriot Act when Obama came into office.
Yeah,
yeah. But you're right, exactly.
Patriot Act was for 2001. After look, so what are they gonna bring after another terrorist attack? And they're not letting these people just flood the border 100,000 a week for no reason.
Forgot about that. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
And they don't send them around or turn them around, and then the border control, they're so spread out thin that niggas is just putting holes in the fence and just hundreds of thousands. They said 12,000. Some of them, some spots got 12,000 people in one day. So and then they just put them in buses and send them to these major cities, New York, different LA. Hell, some of them came here to Tampa. Shit. Yeah, just send them anywhere. Give them a Obama phone, and then the shit is they put them up in like apartment buildings and shit.
Yeah, they're in the projects and shit. Yeah, and speaking nothing but Spanish, and they just basically drop them off and say, hey,
Well, that's the shit. They're not just speaking Spanish. There's niggas coming.
Oh yeah,
from China, Africa, India. Korea, they're coming from all over the world, and they just treat them just like the Mexicans.
China.
They treat you send them off, cart them off, and that's why they're gonna have to police. The military gonna have to police because anybody could be a terrorist. But let me keep reading. It says, verse 17, there will no longer be free access to the cities. Yeah, because it's gonna be chaos everywhere, and so they're gonna be check blocks like that movie. Damn, what was it? This Is How It Ends. You know, there was the military on the highways, jets flying around, policing. And it says, because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. There you go, man. It's gonna be all out chaos, and the only way to have you guide through this time of evil is through the Lord. The Lord's gonna have to guide you, and you're gonna have to have the fear of the Lord to be protected. Verse 19, it says, driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. And this will be a perfect avenue for Esau to really push this chip, because then he'll be like, look, if you want to come to these major cities which are being protected by the military, you're gonna have to get a chip if you want to be in here. Prove that you're not a terrorist. Prove that we need to be able to monitor you. What are you trying to hide? So if not, you can fend for yourself out there amongst the people that are hungry. Amongst the people that are it says driven by famine and terrible suffering. So people are gonna be, they might say, I'm a doomsday prepper, I'm gonna let off the grid. Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts when the shit hits the fan. So people are gonna be, motivated to go to Egypt for help. The protected cities or green zones, whatever Esau's gonna call them, but it's gonna be some stipulations to get in there. And if you do get in there, you ain't coming back out. That's for sure.
Yeah, good luck trying to find food on the outside, all these things like that. They're gonna really put the squeeze on us. I say us because this is a tribulation that's everybody's gonna have to take part in. All right. You had more of that?
Yeah, that was it. That was the point I wanted.
I'll bring out a precept here in the book of 2nd Esdras as well, the 6th chapter, and we'll start at verse. I'll read verse 22 and read on down a little bit. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Okay, you're not going to be able to find resources and food and things like that. Everything's going to start shutting down, and it's going to be a panic out here. It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. All right, and we're trying to warn our people of this time, okay, by blowing the trumpet, i.e., making these videos. All right, but when it happens, these people are going to be afraid, because at the end of the day, they're not going to have a defense. All right, they're not really watching for these things. So when it happens, it's going to overtake them as a thief. As it says in the book of 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, but that day is not going to overtake us as a thief, but it's going to overtake the rest of the world as a thief. It says, verse 24, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. You ain't going to be able to trust your neighbor next door to you. You're not going to be able to trust your best friend who may live up the block from you, it's not going to be no friends anymore. People are going to be looking for food, water, any kind of resources. People are going to start losing their mind. No medicine, no drugs. You can't get weed no more. You can't get coke. You can't get opioids anymore. You're going to be itching. You're going to be fiending. You're going to start thinking all these weird thoughts, and you're going to do something outside. People are going to be killing each other because they want to get high. Stupid shit like that. And there's going to be no police. Nothing anybody's going to be able to do to stop them. It says, friends. Where was that flock here? At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Okay, so at that time, it's going to be a very scary time. It says the springs of the fountains are going to start running, and we know that can literally mean there's going to be no clean water, and also what is also known as water. This truth. Where you gonna find it? Where you gonna find comfort in that day? You gonna turn on the video and watch us? You ain't gonna be able to do that. All right, you're not gonna be able to listen to the apostles. You're not gonna be able to listen to your favorite podcast. You're not gonna be able to listen to the truth, find the truth, and debate with anybody. You're gonna be hungry. Okay, and if you do find anything, if there is a platform for you to watch anything, it's gonna be a bunch of salt water. Okay, in other words, it's gonna be a bunch of bullshit that you might want to hear, but it's not necessarily gonna be good for you. This is what you need to listen to now.
It's going to be the emergency broadcast systems. That's what you're going to be able to hear. Yeah. Some bug out Israelites on the corner.
That's why it says evil shall be multiplied, But this is Psalms 34 and 21. It says, evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. And this was getting ready to come, man. Evil and only evil is come. You're going to be seeking after. Matter of fact, let me get that in Ezekiel. You know, because in the midst of this chaos, they're going to be promising you, you know, peace and you know, things to get back to normal. But like they said in that movie, Leave the Earth Behind, the black guy, I can't remember his name. He tells the chick, he's like, we need to start wrapping our minds under the fact that things aren't going to go back to normal. You know, roughly paraphrasing. It says this is Ezekiel 7 and verse 25. It says destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. You know, and this is what's gonna come, man. Is destruction. There ain't gonna be no peace. The only peace that you're gonna find is in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. And the majority of the people of the planet Earth ain't with the Lord, man. They're contrary to the Lord. That's why when the shit hits the fan, people are gonna come looking for the brothers, looking for the prophets, like the brothers was just talking about, but they're not gonna find them. They're gonna find the salt mixed, you know, in with the sweet, and then evils are, you know, things are gonna inconsistencies are gonna multiply upon the earth, man. People are gonna be running to and fro when they can't find out the answers they thought they were gonna be able to find. People are gonna get even more desperate, and things are gonna turn for the worst, man. All right, it says mischief shall come upon mischief, man. And let me get that word there for mischief, okay? Because this is what's gonna come, man. All this chaos that we're gonna see, and you know, right now I'm hearing nothing but gunshots going off over here. You know, and you're gonna hear that, you know, like it's a common thing in that day, man. It's gonna be gunshots, helicopters above. You know, you're gonna hear all types of madness. But this
Hey,
is
I
the
had
word
that dream. Remember that dream I had years ago, about 5 years ago, I think. Yeah, probably probably 5. Yeah, it was like 5 years. It was like 2018 or 2019. About the invasion, America getting invaded, man, and that's what the dream was about. There was, and I had a couple dreams like that, but the one I'm specifically talking about, it was at downtown Tampa. You know, there was troops everywhere, planes, jets. You know, so hey, they're not making this movie for no reason. You know,
right? It's almost like visions. It's almost like everybody's having the same vision now. All these different movies and stuff coming out, these documentaries coming out. It's like the Lord is allowing all this because He's really trying to prepare people's souls for what's really about to happen. He's giving you, He's making it so that there's no excuse. You see all this stuff happening, you're not questioning anything. Then you're just a dumbass sheep, man, and you're gonna get slaughtered. You're a sheep
or not Isaiah, second Ezra, you know, chapter 15. Said my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, man.
Done.
Yep.
You know, but real quick, let me get this word mischief in the Hebrew lyrics.
Go ahead. I'm gonna show that video, the comments, because like the brother said, pretty much everybody's having those visions, and I'll show you what people be saying on the comment board. Go ahead.
Which the scriptures talk about, you know, your daughter, your son, was it the daughter shall dream dreams or something along those lines? Children shall dream dreams. But the word here is hawa, and it says ruin, disaster, and that's for mischief, man. So mischief upon mischief. So ruin and disaster upon disaster, man, is going to be happening here in America, man. Your houses are going to be spoiled, and your wives are going to be ravished. You know, all for the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. Yeah, that's how bad these things are going to get out here, man. That's how desperate the people are going to get to where they're going to be killing their neighbors, man. You know, breaking into their homes, kicking in doors, and like they showed you in that movie, you know, Let the World Behind, you know, all for some antibiotics on some dude that was basically radiated, man. He had like radiation poison or whatever the hell that kid got with his teeth falling out, and they over here fighting, about to blast each other away for some damn antibiotics. Like that shit was gonna help, you know. Well, Arya, you had something? Or
yeah. Let me get just because this is the video right here. The dream I had. It was in 2018, October 24th, and then let me just read some of these comments. It says this dude 3 years ago. I had 3 prophetic dreams about the future of America. I saw Russian soldiers as well as Chinese soldiers in American soil.
Man,
there you go. 3 years ago. Let's see. I had a dream. Another person. I had a dream a few years ago where me and my family were driving down the highway, and you could see mushroom clouds in the front. Hey, Selected, go ahead. I'm gonna take this nigga outside real quick.
Yeah. See, these dreams people are having. This is Lord working with the mind on the minds of the people. So when it happens, it's gonna be like, hey, everybody already knew it was gonna happen. It was in there. The Lord planted that vision in their head. You got it.
Yep. That's why the people are gonna bug out, because they're gonna be like, yo, I remember dreaming about this. I remember having this dream. I remember this. I remember that. And then people are going to think they're on some level, but it ain't going to be there for them.
Yeah, they're going to think they're the prophets, and
Right.
they're going to try to. Hey, man, we were telling you about this before it was a thing. Yeah, you had a dream about it back in those days, but you had you didn't really understand what the Lord was showing you. And it's funny because a lot of these people that are commenting on that video, these people they're not really in the truth like that, but they happen to stumble across the video through the Spirit. Okay, so they got the warning that these things. This is a prophetic dream that you're having. This is the Lord working on the minds of the people, man. You guys got it.
I got something for you. This is Isaiah 47:11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. Okay, even though they're having these dreams, people saying they got everybody got all the answers before shit hits the fan. But when shit hit the fan, you ain't gonna have no answers because you ain't gonna know from where these things are coming from and how they're happening or why. You're just gonna be like, oh, well, I remember having this dream, but all you did was leave a damn comment. That's all you did. You left a comment. You didn't go out. You didn't warn the people. You didn't go to teach the names of Yahweh Shemiel Shai. You just left a comment about some dream you had, which might have been BS. You know, but it says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it rises, and mischief shall fall upon thee, which is that same word back in Ezekiel 7. So calamity, misfortune, it says, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. You ain't gonna be able to put off this misfortune that's gonna come upon you, Americans, man, upon you Egyptians. It says, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know, man. And that's ultimately what's going to be the end result of this thing, is that the destruction of America is going to come, man. That desolation, that of destruction is going to sweep all this madness away. It's going to do what you people want, is for this nightmare to be over. Well, the Lord is going to bring an end to the nightmare by a missile, man. That's how he's going to bring it.
Yeah, the point being sudden destruction, because these people aren't watching for it and they're not expecting it. So when it happens, it's going to be, what is this? I can't believe it. God, why? It's going to be sudden for them. For us, it's going to be a long time coming. This is something that we've been waiting for a long time to happen. And finally, it's going to be so gratifying for the elect if we be of that number. But yeah, it's going to take these people as a storm, man, and good for them. That's what happens when you don't prepare. You got
Yeah, let me. You got more on that precept?
No, that was it on that one.
Let me read a couple more of them. It says, this guy says, who's here because they had a dream of invasion? I had these dreams for years. They have increased in recent days. That was 3 years ago. Brother from Virginia. You might be right. I listened to another psychic dreamer. Well, I'm not a psychic dreamer. I just hope to be a prophet of the Lord, my friend, which is better than a psychic. Well, actually, I mean, yeah, because see, psychics claim to know the future. We know the future because it's written in the words of Yahweh Shemiel Shai. We're not just guessing. It says the other day who saw Russian and Venezuelan soldiers invading southern Florida and Mexico, working their way up to the United States. And this was 4 years ago. That's what's going on right now.
Yeah,
that's what's going on right now. People coming in from Mexico. Ain't that a bitch? It says, I listened to a young man who saw LA invaded by Chinese troops in secretly on freighter ships. Ooh, this is before all that shit was happening with freight ships.
Right, which is ironic because in that movie, Leave the World Behind, the dude was, when they were trying to figure out, when they were talking to that Doomsday Prepper, he was talking about, well, I know somebody before the phone went down out in San Diego that saw those flyers coming down too, and he said it was written in either Korean or Chinese. So and then that's when he was like, well, maybe he's like America's made so many enemies. He's like, probably a few of our enemies teamed up.
God, let me keep reading a couple more of these, and then we'll keep moving. It says, this guy says, Ezekiel 33, please read, you are a watchman and your message needs to reach out as many people as possible. My son had the same dream. They need people like us because we can hear God's voice, and that is the standard we have to know God's voice and follow him. That is the only way to be saved, and God prepares our hands for war. See, these people don't actually know what they're saying, but there's the Lord speaking through them. They don't know what they mean, but hey, look, go ahead, Slot.
No, I was agreeing with you. I'm saying, yeah, they're saying some shit, man. That what they're saying, bro, is right on point. They don't know though. These people don't understand the gravity of the words they're saying. But they better get right. That's all.
Yep. Another guy said, and we don't fear death, and we don't die like Caleb and Joshua. We are confident and not scared. Your dream is, this is 3 years ago. Your dream is looking more and more real every day. We must repent. God bless. We
I
should
wonder
say
what those
bye-bye to
people are at now.
Babylon.
Those people are probably thinking about this shit like, man, we're really living in that time now. Especially the same people that had those same kind of dreams. They're probably, maybe they're in victory, maybe they believe, or maybe they're watching the videos now. But at the end of the day, we're in that time now. Now, from 3 years ago, 4 years ago to where we are right now, you see how much headway the Lord has made with prophecy. These visions have either come to pass or basically. Oh, really? A lot of the visions that we're having here in America, it just happened on October 6th over there in the fake shit, the Hamas bullshit. That same vision is gonna happen over here in America. People parachuting in, coming down and starting shit. That'll be crazy.
Look at this guy.
For a football game or something.
Where is it? This guy said, Mr. John Burdine said, "Did God tell you when this will happen? I believe it will happen. Just don't believe it has anything to do with religion." And look at the replies. Somebody said it has nothing to do with religion, but everything to do with scripture. It's very biblical. This is very biblical. So, hey, man, you just know where you heard it first.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let me read this Isaiah 47 in the NLT. It's Isaiah 47:11. Say, so disaster will overtake you, and you won't be able to charm it away. Calamity will fall upon you, and you won't be able to buy your way out. A catastrophe will strike you suddenly, one for which you are not prepared. See, that's the thing, is that you people are not prepared for what's getting ready to come. See, the men of the Lord's will we be a part of that number? We're going to be prepared, because the Lord has a place prepared for us already. We just got to watch and warn, okay? And that's what we've been doing through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Shemi Shai, man, is preparing ourselves for what's getting ready to come. But the majority of you people have been doing nothing but scoffing, talking shit, being keyboard warriors. That's all you fucking people have been doing, man. And the time's going to come to where, you had already have made your decision, because life and death has been presented before you, man. And you had to have chosen life for you to be, saved from the said perils that are getting ready to come. But the rest of y'all going to dwell in torments, man. You're going to be tormented in your mind. You're going to be tormented physically. There's going to be trouble on every side for you people, man. All right. It says, verse 12, it says, now use your magical charms, use the spells you have worked at all these years. Maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you. And that's the thing, man, is that none of this shit that you people got is going to work for you, man. All this hoopla, all this Christmas cheer, all this witchcraft that you people have been diving into, man, it ain't gonna work, man. The calculations ain't right. The math ain't gonna come up for you in that day, man. All right, it says all the advice you receive has made you tired. Where are all your astrologers, those stargazers who make predictions each month? Let them stand up and save you from what the future holds. You see? And that's the thing, man, is you people have wearied yourself in the way of wickedness, man. You don't know the way of righteousness, like it talks about in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, man. That's when it's a lot. What was that?
Isaiah?
Yeah, Isaiah 47. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, you've wearied yourself in the way of unrighteousness, man. And that's what the majority of the people of the earth have done, man. Is all these people on this comment board, man. Maybe a few of them will truly repent, man. But the majority of y'all, man, you haven't known the way of righteousness, man. You wearied yourself in this in sweet baby Ray Christ, man. You ain't dallied in the ways of Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. That's why a lot of y'all are gonna get taken away. The scriptures talk about they gonna say in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name? And Yahweh Shai is gonna look at you and say, you depart from me, you workers of iniquity, man. I know you not from whence you cometh, man. Roughly paraphrasing. Lord don't know you, man. And you don't know the Lord. You got it out. You had something out, y'all?
No, I was just saying, that's what the Lord's gonna say to you people, man. I don't know you. And that's a cold thing, man. That's a precept that puts a lot of fear in my heart. Because at the end of the day, man, we're prophesying in the name of the Lord. And the last thing I want is for when Yahweh Shai finally comes back, he looks at me like a stranger. Okay, yep. So we're putting our best foot forward for the Lord. So when he does come back, he finds us worthy of his grace and mercy, man. This shit is about to go down. Look, we're talking about weeks and months away now. Like something significant is about to happen. All right, a global event, and people are going to be affected here in America. The world's going to be affected no matter where you are, but specifically here in Babylon the Great, United States, it's going to affect everybody. We don't know what it's like to go through a famine. We don't know what it's like to go through, martial law because of war and things like that. The rest of the world knows these things to a certain extent, but for it to happen over here in the States, this means this is a global event. Something major is happening, and it's going to change the face of the world, the way things are going to be ran. It's going to be fear. A lot of fear is going to be on the earth. You brothers,
let me finish off the last two verses here. Isaiah 47:14, it says, but they are like straw burning in a fire. They cannot save themselves from the flame.
Nope.
You will get no help from them at all. Then that's why in Judges it tells you, I believe it's chapter 10, go and cry out unto the guys that you've chosen, man. Go to these people, go to these things that you've worshipped of this world, man, and see if these things are going to deliver you from these things, man. And the answer is they're not. You're gonna go and you're not gonna find no help, man, because there is nothing that can deliver you, especially for you Israelites, man. There is no redeemer. No man shall buy thee, man. The only person that's going to be able to deliver you from these things is Yahushua, man. And if he ain't with you, if you don't even know his name, if you don't believe on him as the scripture says, then you ain't got no life in you, man. Okay? You've received your consolation already. You received your prize, and that was what this world had to offer. And guess what? Now you're going to have received the reward of the wicked, man, which is death. Okay? But it says you will get no help at all from them. Their hearth is no place to sit for warmth, and all your friends, those whom you've done business since childhood, will go their own ways, turning a deaf ear to your cries, man. And see, that's when that friends shall fight one another, man. Ain't nobody gonna be there to help you, man. Not Bob across the street, not Pookie from the block, nobody, man. Not Aunt Jemima, none of them, man. Nobody's gonna be answering the call, because just like that dude in the movie said, man, he's like, what you got going on is your business. What I got going on is my business. Don't worry about what I got going on. Worry about yours. Okay. And that's just what's gonna become of this. Is gonna be, again, going back to that love of many shall wax cold. And it tells you in the first part of that verse, it says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay. Yeah, something, Mario?
No,
I got something real quick. This is Jeremiah 30:7, and in the GNT it says, "A terrible day is coming; no other day can compare with it." So, like the brother was saying, yeah, these other nations, they've been war torn. America been fucking everybody up, destroying shit everywhere he goes. But they're gonna see things like never before, especially here in America, of course, because the thermonuclear destruction and like the from the conception of America, it's never been invaded. All right, to the sense where military troops are established, and set up in different zones, like just like in the world wars, they would just keep pushing the border, the front lines more and more. That ain't never happened in America. Yeah, they had Civil War and the war of the British War, the French American wars, the Spain American War, but nothing like that. That was muskets and horses, buggies. Now it's going to be drones, thermonuclear missiles,
flames and fuel of fire.
Yep.
But let me finish that. It says, a time of distress for my people, but they will survive. Yes. So ultimately, this is the time of Jacob's trouble. This is for a punishment for Israel. Yeah, but the only ones that are going to survive are the Israel of the Most High. Everybody else is going to be, because you might even make it to the end when the chariots arrive, but you're still going to eat a missile. At least the difference is the elect will be delivered from the beast of destruction. The thermonuclear missiles that are currently being stockpiled as we speak.
Right. Yep.
That was it on that.
Got a precept here. This is Isaiah 13, verse 9. Behold, the day of the
Lord. Real quick before you continue to go on, is this chapter right here is going to tell you that in the midst of all these things happening, you're going to be touched, man. You're going to be invaded, man. So not only are you going to have to worry about your neighbors, not only are you going to have to worry about the chaos happening in your own streets, but now you're going to have to worry about these other nations coming over here to take advantage of you, man. And they show you that in that movie, leave the world behind, man. You know, create the chaos, have the people pitted one against against each other, so that they can weaken themselves. So it's an easy pickings, man, and that's what's gonna happen. These nations are gonna come and take advantage, just like America has done to all these nations. They create chaos in the nation, they weaken you know, the government, and then they go up in there and just straight up take everything down. Well, guess what? It's gonna be done unto you. You got it out.
Yeah, good point. And that's a warning to y'all. This is Isaiah 13, verse 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he will destroy the sinners thereof out of it. And that's, you know, sinners. You know, you're people who just won't repent. You're just a transgressor. You just hear, all I know is I'm a nigga. Them kind of niggas. All I know is I'm black. That's all I know is I'm a nigga. That's it. The Lord's coming to destroy those kind of people. People that hear the word but aren't running to it. Okay, those that scoffed. Okay, those that just want to be willy-nilly in this world, that are about themselves, about money. People chasing the bag. The day the Lord's going to come is going to sweep all you people away. It's going to burn. It's going to hurt. Pain is coming. Physical pain is coming to you people, man. It's coming to, and it says he will destroy the sinners thereof out of it. And, yeah, that was the point I wanted. But
you sinners are you Israelites, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the majority of y'all are jam-packed here in America, man. And sin is what? The transgression of the law, man. So you've gone away from the Heavenly Father, and you committed, you know, you sin, man. You've broken his rules, man. You've broken his laws, his ways.
Yeah, you did.
You've put that which is good for evil and that which is evil for good. So you don't think there's a retribution for that? Here it is. Y'all are hoop and holler about, you know, getting payback. You know, at the end of each year, the taxes you talk about how you want your tax return and how you want vengeance on Pookie for shooting up Ray Ray. But when it comes to you breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemi outside, the omnipotent God, okay, the one who you really call Jesus Christ, when it comes to breaking his ways, you don't think you're going to be judged for it. You think you're just going to be scot-free, man. Well, no, man, that time of retribution is going to come. And that's why through Yahweh Shai, we've been given an opportunity to repent, to come back, to escape these said perils, man. To not be caught up in the chaos that's going to happen in this world, man. To get on this spiritual ark, which Yahweh Shai is the ark of the covenant, man. The bridge onto salvation, the bridge onto life, man. Everlasting life, that is. You know? But you see, y'all just, the majority of you Israelites is just, you know, because of pride. Okay, but how does it go? Second Ezra 8, you know, they shall dwell in great miseries. That,
many great miseries.
That dwell on the earth in the latter times, because they have walked in what? Great pride, man.
Right.
And pride goeth before a fall and destruction.
Haughty spirit, yeah. God.
Yep.
I got a precept for you too. And back in the book of Second Ezra 15th. The 15th chapter again, verse 23. The fire is going forth from his wrath, and hath consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. All right, so. And we're at the time now where we see basically all the table is set, the stage is set. Okay, you get everybody, you got the war machines, you got the people, the civilians. This is the most populous that the earth has ever been in human history. All right, this planet is ready for a great judgment, a great destruction from the Heavenly Father. All right, a fire is kindled for you sinners, man, and this world is full of sin and iniquity. Okay, and we're just here to usher in the coming of our great and powerful Lord. That dreadful day that you guys you thinking in your head that the Lord's coming to save you. He's coming to save everybody, all of earth. He's coming to save the earthlings. They don't say nothing about the earthlings in the Bible. He's talking about the Israelites, and with that, he's talking about the elect of Israel. So all these people think that the Lord's coming back to save the earth. Coming from who? You're gonna save the earth from the earth, or you're gonna save people from themselves? You're gonna look. There's evil on the earth, and the evil needs to be eradicated. and it's good on the earth, and the good needs salvation from the evil. As simple as that. Where do you fall in?
All
Got
right.
it.
Yep. Real quick, Luke 14, and I'll read 16 and 17. Then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper and bade many. And see, all of Israel is called. All right, I think that's Isaiah 49 or 48. All Israel is called. The call of the Lord are you Israelites, man. Y'all been called to serve the Lord, man. Not no one else, not the other nations. Fuck the heathens. All right. The promises were unto you Israelites. Y'all were the ones that are called to serve the Lord, to keep the promises, because you were written on that contract. Okay. To whom pertaineth the adoption, the covenants. All right. It says, a certain man made a great supper and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, all you Israelites, come, for all things are now ready. And see, the servants have been sent out here to tell you people that, yo, things are prepared, man. The end is already here. Yahushua said it was finished when he was up on that cross, man.
Damn.
So guess what? All things are now ready, man. It is this, and then guess what? We hit the latter times, man. We're at the end of the end.
Woo-hoo.
So now we're getting ready to see the effects and the signs that are going to take place upon the earth, man, to let you know that this is it.
Man.
There ain't going to be no more remedies. There ain't going to be no more holding back, no more slackness, man, as some men count slackness. The Lord is done. No, now his words will no longer be prolonged, man. Now is that time. Now is that vision that was yet for an appointed time. But in the end, it shall speak and not lie, man. We just went into this on Saturday. Now is the time for the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to come to pass on the earth, man. There's no longer brothers are going to be making videos talking about a dream they had, man. We're going to be seeing these things take place, and you people ain't going to have no comment board to go to, man. There ain't going to be no comment board. There ain't going to be no watching a movie and walking out talking about this amongst your friends, man. You're going to be living the movie.
Shit. Fuck. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't understand what the brother's saying, bro. Like, it sounds cute and ooh, that's spooky. But when you're in it, when you hear the gunshots outside, when you hear the tanks, when you hear the sirens, you see the fires all over the place, you see the glow of the fires in the night all through the city, you're going to be scared, okay? And you're going to be looking for help, and you're going to go to the first place where you see people, and they're all going to be going towards the government. You people are going to be fucked in that day, man. Unless you have this covering of Yahweh Shem Yahushua with you. You don't see what we see. Apparently, you're not seeing what we're seeing, man. Even though we're telling you every single fucking day, we make these videos, we warn you, you're still not getting it. So I guess the Lord's just gonna have to do what He's gonna do, and then maybe you'll believe. It'll be too late. You know?
Days.
I mean, what the fuck else you want us to say, bro? Like, everybody's mad at us because we're bringing this out. Oh, we racist and this and that. But look, the bottom line is this stuff is happening. And no one else is talking about it, but we are. We're the only ones that have something to say about this. So when it happens, hey, don't come looking for it. We're gonna keep saying that, man. This shit is gonna happen. You people are gonna be tried. We're gonna be tried. Okay? Everybody on the earth is gonna be tried. We're telling you because we got the warning, and we're warning you because we got the warning. We think you should get the warning. This is some shit you should know. Okay? You should know this. And if I didn't, it'd be fucked up if we knew it and we didn't tell you about it. But here it is, we're telling you about it, and none of you seem to really give a fuck. So you know what? Let the Lord do what He do, man. He's gonna do it to y'all too. That's all I had.
You got anything else up?
No, I was looking for something, but I can't find it.
And I'll finish off on this, we'll finish out on this. This is 1 Thessalonians 5. I'm gonna read it in the NIV, verse 1. It says, "Now, brothers and sisters, about times and dates, we do not need to write to you, for you know very well that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night." Nobody knows the day, but we know that the signs of the times would be, because Yahushua gave them to us. And that's why you're supposed to be watching, and and that's why the Lord set up watchmen specifically, because to blow the trumpet. It says, verse 3, "While people are saying peace and safety, destruction will come on them suddenly as labor pains on a pregnant woman, and they will not escape." Yeah, so like the brother said, they're not slack, man. The plagues aren't slack no more. They're coming. The birth pains are here, and they're only going to get worse and worse and closer together. Verse 4 says, "But you, brothers and sisters, are not in darkness, so this day should surprise you like a thief." Yeah, so we're not in the darkness, man. We can see. Those that are in darkness, they're gonna go keep stumbling around until that thief sweeps them, takes them out from under them. Do that leg sweep on them.
Yeah,
Well,
God.
hey, in the
Yep.
light, you can foresee things. You can be prudent if you walk in the light, though.
Right. We are the light. Yeah, keep reading.
Yep. Kind of says that you are the children of the light and children of the day. We do not. Oh, did I skip a verse? No, I did. It says we do not belong to the night or to the darkness. Yeah. So if you don't belong to the darkness, you shouldn't be walking in darkness. You're supposed to be walking in the light. And part of
That's why
that light, walking in the light is watching, and warning the people. As far as us, we got to warn the people and taking heed to the word. Most importantly.
that's why when the day of the Lord come and that is darkness and not light, the men of the Lord ain't gonna be found. You ain't gonna be able to just come up to us, and if you do, better hope it's for a good thing and not an evil thing. Because
Yeah.
we gonna be kept because we're
We're
not
gonna be
a children
different,
of the
bro.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Gonna be different, bro. It's not the same. It ain't gonna be the same us in that day. The Lord's gonna
Right.
turn brothers up in the day. You're going into machines. Okay,
Yep.
holy machines, man, to deal with y'all. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so hey, Lord's will, this was edifying, man. People watching, take heed, continue to walk in the light, because you slip back into that darkness. That might just be when the Lord hits, shit hits the fan. So,
sir,
you ain't gonna have much. You slip back now to the world. You're gonna die with this world. So
don't do it now. Not now, bro. Don't go back now. There ain't nothing there no more. It's all polluted. That's the scripture.
Even the people in the world don't want to be in it. What the fuck are you going
Oh,
back to the world for?
They're depressed. They're trying to
Yeah.
take drugs to escape it, man. Yeah, don't fall back, man. We're on the right path, man. We're doing the right thing. All we have to do is to see this thing to the end, as the scripture says. He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So that's it. Just endure to the end, and then it'll show itself that it was worth it.
Hold fast that which thou hast.
Hold fast to what thou hast. Don't let go. Hold tight. What do we have? We have the truth. We have knowledge, wisdom, understanding. We have understanding of the prophecies.
Okay. Hey, so with that, Lord's will, this is edifying. We're going to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who were well, and salutation, much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word, truth and sincerity, and shalom as well to the men, women, and children learning in truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.